Hello, Stefania.
Welcome to Fun Fresh Fridays.
Yay!
How are you, Zanetta?
I am absolutely doing wonderful.
You look wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
very.
We had a bit of a break last week.
We did.
Yeah, and that was good. So, yes, we are now live.
We are
I see
live.
it.
And
Yes.
welcome, everybody. Welcome to Fun Fresh Fridays. And we have a great topic today. Right?
Yes, we do. Yes. We do have a great topic today. I'm just trying to get some stuff done here. And okay.
Mm.
All right, we're good. Welcome. It's like we're out of practice there, Stefania.
Oh, no, we've just got a
Okay.
few things happening. I mean, Restream wasn't able to post our banner or post to say that we're coming on live. So for those of you that have been following, you'll notice that I have put one up, but you're unable to click on it. But if you do if you're on Facebook, you'll notice that we are actually live on now. So they're having a few glitches, but hey, nothing's stopping us from moving
Nothing.
forward. And
Nothing.
we are not procrastinating, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. No.
Which leads us into our
Our
topic.
topic.
Before
Yeah.
we do that, do you have any shout outs to anyone, Zanetta, or
Um.
anyone in particular?
I want to shout out to my daughter, Zenitra. Poor child.
Oh,
She's 39 weeks and she's experiencing some, you know, not not consistent labor pains, but she's experiencing that. So
oh wow, 39 weeks.
yeah,
She may have
yeah,
a premature baby.
huh?
She may have a premature baby.
She's. I mean, babies come, when they want to.
Hmm.
The ideal, the ideal time, supposedly by doctors, is 40 weeks, but
Hmm.
we're on baby's time.
Exactly. And babies choose, don't they?
They sure do. They choose their time.
Mm.
Yes.
We have a lot to learn actually from babies, don't we? When
Hmm.
do what they want to do without any hesitation
Right.
or doubt or anything,
Ex-
or
Exactly.
procrastination.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we are going to talk about today that very topic, and together with, well, let's just restart that. The question is, we're asking people out there, are you a procrastinator or impulsive?
Hmm. Well, before we go there, Stefania, who do you have any shout outs?
Oh, yes, of course. I don't know. I just want to shout out to everybody. I don't have anyone particular, but whoever's listening, I see you and I'm shouting out to you.
Yeah.
That's
Shout
it. Shouting out, every one of you. I'm connecting with you energetically.
Yeah.
Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, I'm
Mm,
holding space for you.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
You feel that?
Hmm. I
Yes.
do.
Yes. So, Zanetta,
Without without procrastination, we're gonna go ahead with the topic.
let's let's move on. The topic. Are you a procrastinator or are you impulsive? Is the title, which is quite interesting, really. I think.
Hmm.
But first of all, Zanetta,
Hmm.
before going into the meaning of what is procrastination and what is being impulsive,
Hmm.
just off the top of your head, well, how would you describe yourself?
If I were to choose one or the other, I would think I would lean more towards procrastination.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm more of a waiter than a jumper.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't, I, yeah. Even with responding to texts,
Mhm.
I let the text sink in first and
Mm.
then, yeah,
Respond.
then respond. Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Knowing you, Zanetta, like you are a little bit more, you internalize things, you kind of break it down, you digest it, and then you respond, which is actually a great quality to have. I think I
Yeah.
wish I had a little bit more of that in me, which I am acquiring. I am progressing. I am getting better,
Hmm.
I must say. I must say. But I have to say that I'm a real cocktail. I have a real
Oh.
like a section of me is a great procrastinator.
Hmm.
And the other part of me is also very impulsive. And I would probably
Oh,
be more impulsive than I am a procrastinator. And
really?
yes, I am.
Wow.
Certain things.
Mm.
Yeah, I am. And I see that now. I see that now. And with me, I think it's more an emotional thing. You know, I can get quite um, into my emotions, and that's what
Mhm.
I kind of like act impulsively. But first of all, what's the
Oh,
difference? Let's talk about what the difference is. Hey.
okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So I would say, just my own term,
Hmm.
a procrastinator is someone who knows they have to do something, but they push it aside.
Mm.
That's they 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 don't wait to internalize it, they avoid it. There's an avoidance.
Hmm.
Um, someone who is impulse without any thought, without um, any kind of uh, understanding or whatever that might entail that you would need. It's an instant yes or no. It's instant. It's an instant, no thought put into it. So that's impulsive.
Right. And it can lead us into making decisions that may not be exactly right for us. Well,
Hmm.
having said that, everything's right. I always say that everything's
Right.
perfect at the right time, the right place, because sometimes it's just the way we need to learn lessons.
Yeah. Yeah. It's correct.
Being that impulsive, having that jumping, reacting, being triggered in some way, and then taking action
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
maybe reflecting, thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't have done it so fast. I should have thought about it. What was I thinking? Where was my emotions? But we don't. I believe we don't break it down like that. The brain has a way of responding the way we're programmed, because this really starts from an early age. I don't think we acquire this procrastination just overnight. I think it's a progressive um, type of behavior that we
Hmm.
fall into. And it could
Hmm.
be because of how we saw our parents do it, our caretakers, how they behaved, how they responded, how they would
Right.
talk, what language patterns were they using. And we kind of internalize that as children and then say, you know what? Yeah, that's how it's done. Let me do it the same.
Yeah. It's a learned behavior. It is. It's a learned behavior, and oftentimes also um, that we put our own spin to it, even though it's a learned behavior. We put our own spin um, because you're what is it, like the hoarders? Those hoarders um, that just accumulate stuff and then accumulate, 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 and They're going to say, "Oh, I'm going to throw that out. Yeah, I'm going to throw that out, but I might need it another day."
Mm.
So we put a different spin to procrastination. We know we're getting cramped in, this space, or piling up certain things, and we know we need to do it, but there's just certain things that um, our behavior, where does it come from? From different experiences. Majority of the time, they're negative. They're negative experiences that have us to avoid. It's actually avoidance.
Mm. So why do we avoid? That's the thing. What are we avoiding? Why do we avoid?
Well, one is responsibility. Yeah, one of the main um, components of procrastination is avoidance of responsibility. You don't want to take responsibility. I'd rather have somebody else to be blamed. It's because of my mom. My mom treated me this way, and you're 45. And you still have that. So yeah, you don't take responsibility. It's not taking the responsibility, not
Mm.
taking ownership,
Yes.
not
Yes.
taking ownership. Yeah, that's one of the many um, components of why a person procrastinates.
Mm. Absolutely. And another one I would say would have to be fear.
Hmm.
We're afraid, afraid of the unknown, afraid of what's on the other side if I do choose this route, or if I choose to do this, or if I don't choose to do it. You're still
Hmm.
choosing, and we're still in fear. So then we just hold off, we procrastinate, or we put it off and we put it off.
Yeah, yeah, that is, and then because there's so many layers, and you have to be aware as to which one you're at, or sometimes it's a combination of a combination of so many other um, things that we experience, like fear and not taking responsibility. You can have both of them at the same time,
Hmm.
and or um, depression.
Hmm.
Depression is another component of procrastination, which a lot of people don't want to admit, but depression is one of them. Because
Mm.
when you have a lively spirit, when you're up and bubbly, and it seems like you want to do everything. But when you're depressed, you don't want to do everything. You just want to curl up in the bed and stay in bed, and you procrastinate taking a shower because a shower will wake you up, or just get up out of bed. So there's a level of depression there. So you have to kind of, gauge, what do you have? Is are you a consistent procrastinator? So if you're consistently procrastinating, then I would be safe to say you have a level of depression.
Mm.
Yeah. Makes
Okay.
you think, huh? Makes you think, huh?
Absolutely. And I think because that's such a powerful word, we can, you know, not really understand it. What is depression? That's for another discussion. But yes, procrastination is one of the components that falls under the depression. Also,
Hmm.
um, we have anxiety. We have also, going back to fear. I know we talked about fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of, rejection, fear of a lot of things that are more on the
Hmm.
negative side. But did you know a lot of people also procrastinate because they fear success, believe it or not? I mean, that's the very
Yeah.
thing that we want in everything, in life, in our careers, in our financial situations, in our relationships. We want to have success
Hmm.
in everything. But we can fall prey to being a procrastinator because we fear, well, how would we handle success? Because that's so foreign to me. I've never really been successful. And that in itself can be a little bit daunting.
Yeah, yeah, it is because now, so the thought patterns, we have to think about, where the mind goes, especially with fear of success. Fear of success means that you are able and capable of doing something,
Mm.
because that's a success. So the notion of actually doing something successfully can be a component of the avoidance. That's why you procrastinate, because the person is so used to labeling themselves or feeling like a failure or not very successful in many things that they've done, that they feel like if they do this and then they succeed, then that means that they're gonna, people are gonna start looking at me that, well, hey, if I succeeded in that, then that means I'm gonna succeed in this area, therefore I won't be helped anymore. So it becomes a crutch.
Mm. So there's some sort of codependency as well.
Code. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a secondary gain.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot, I mean, a lot of, gosh, a lot of layers that we can really, the more we, the more we talk, the more we discuss, the more we're getting deeper and deeper into, some of the subconscious level of how, people react and how they, I'm just going through my Rolodex in my mind of how people view certain things or how they react to certain things. Yeah,
Mm.
their thought patterns. Hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. Hmm.
So, what are the things that you procrastinate about, Stefania?
What do I procrastinate about? I think one of my main issues, first of all, I want to explain how I procrastinate.
Sure.
Because I've kind of like broken that down. And I say to myself, for example, because time, having enough time to do everything. And in the past, I found myself saying, I'll do it later. I've
Hmm.
got enough time. I'll do it later. I'll do it later.
Hmm.
I'll do it later. And this later never comes.
Hmm.
Or later does come, and then I'm under the pump, so to speak.
Okay.
Getting it done.
Okay.
And then I crush it. I just like go full ball and do what I have to do and jump, what do they say, jump lakes and climb mountains to get
Uh
it
huh.
done, which is not a healthy way. I know, I see that now. It's not a very strategic way of doing it. Let's put it that way. Because it puts me under pressure and I get stressed out, and that's not good for us, right? So
Right.
I would say that's how I do it, and that's what I choose now to be more mindful of saying, okay, I'm going to plan this. This is going to be part of a plan. Have a plan and stick to that and write it down. So for me, it's very
Hmm.
important that I write it down, because then I can view it and say, okay, this is where I'm at. Have I completed that to date? Because I'm
Right.
very visual and I've got this all in my head, yeah, it's great to be visual, but it's also not
Hmm.
serving me because I'm not looking down to have a look at what actually has to be done. Because, in your mind, you've got a whole lot of other things bubbling around. You know, all these other commitments, responsibilities, decisions you have to make, and so forth and so forth. So for me, that's how I do it. Now, what do I procrastinate about? Um, I have been a procrastinator in like things like chores. Let's just keep it simple here. You know,
Okay.
I would say I'll do it later. I'll do the dishes later. I'll do my bed later.
Mm-hmm.
And which is fine. However, I found that it creates clutter and confusion because
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'm also a bit of a perfectionist. And when I start seeing things disorganized, my whole insides, because that's my internal representation, it's all on the outside. I kind of
Mm-hmm.
check in on myself and I say, oh my God, I'm feeling scattered. I'm not managing. Well, yeah, because I've got everything scattered, everything's unorganized. So
Mm-hmm.
now what I do to help myself with that procrastination, because this is an exercise that I did even through, my courses and programs that I've done, and I pass it on to other people. And for anyone that's out there listening, this is a great way of doing it, is just really um, doing it and then rewarding yourself. Give yourself a reward or celebrate in some way. And that
Mm-hmm.
reward doesn't have to be, spending a whole lot of money or even spending anything. It could be even, I'm going to reward myself with taking a walk, getting outside, which I didn't plan to get outside because I've got so much to do. So
Mm-hmm.
it's being able to, celebrate and reward yourself with something. Or even say in your mind, if I get this done now, I don't have to do it later. Simple as that sometimes. Oh yeah. The mind goes, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll be free later.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, with that, if I do it now, I won't have to do it later. Sometimes our brain or our mind will find a time where, oh no, I can do it on this time
Mm,
because then, you know, I'll be wound down, I'll instead of watching TV, I'll do this. So
mm,
our brain is so geared towards um, the negative. It's always, on the survival mode.
mm,
So what it'll do, it'll try to get you to not do it at all. Try to do it.
mm.
The my technique for for trying to uh, what is a good word? Tackle a task, especially the ones that I don't like to do. Um, I have made myself because one of them was making the bed. I'd get up, go to the shower, brush my teeth, get dressed, run downstairs. So by that time, I've already forgotten about the bed. So what I do now when I get up, I actually make the bed first,
Mm.
then go
There you
to
go.
the shower. Yeah,
Now,
then I go.
why did you choose to do it before you had your shower and then have your shower and then go?
Because it's I'm there, you know, might as well fix it. Might as well make the bed. That's one thing accomplished. You know, before I even take a shower. So if I accomplish that, and then accomplish the shower, and then accomplish getting dressed, and accomplish, you know, there's a lot of accomplishments that I've done throughout the day.
Yeah.
And so in doing that, I'm able to look back and say, you know what, I did a lot today.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's a form of acknowledging, appreciating, saying, praising yourself, celebrating in some way, saying, you know what, I
Yeah.
did a lot today.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing that I've learned, because these past 3 weeks, yeah, 3 weeks, I did some self-care. I
Great.
did. I did some self-care. And in doing my self-care, and people want to know, what is that self-care that you do, Zanetta? What is it? I actually, right? I actually put myself in a program to where I had therapy. Yeah. So it was much needed. Hmm. I can say that I did procrastinate for a long time in getting therapy. I did. I was like, that's for the birds. I can just, go into my Rolodex or my library here in my brain that I've learned from counseling. I can apply them to myself and be good. Um, but no, um, because one one day it broke down. I
Mm.
actually broke down. Didn't want to get out of bed. Just want to stay in bed. And Jeff was like, "You need help." So you're gonna do this. So I did, and I'm glad I did. I learned a lot of stuff.
Mm.
And one of our tasks each day was to have goals. We have a class called goals. And I was like, oh my God. I was rolling my eyes on the inside. I was like,
I've done those before, right?
yeah, but so my first day they didn't do they didn't ask me for my goals because I was new,
Mm.
and they weren't gonna rate and have me rate whatever, and I said okay, I'm just listening. So when I was listening to the ladies and some of the gentlemen that were there, they were talking about, oh, I actually did laundry. I was like, oh, it you did you oh my God. So I'm internalizing everybody that was saying, "Oh, I finally did laundry," or "I finally cleaned the cat litter." I'm like, so there's these simple tasks. When I was there for the first day, I thought it was just ridiculous. I was like, "How can somebody not do laundry, do this, do that?" But then I found myself. I said, "You know what? Oh my God, there are simple tasks that I pushed aside because I didn't think it was important enough."
Mm.
But for me to just voice it out, I said, well, I have piano. I practiced the piano because there are certain times that I didn't. Yeah. uh, Yeah, I already know the piece, so I don't need to practice, right? That's my thinking. I already know the piece. And when I get to my teacher and I'll show her I know how to do it, piece of cake. But no, it was actually rewarding. My body was like, "Oh, we are actually practicing piano. We're practicing piano every day, 5 days. Oh, yay!" So yeah, just simple goals. You just write a simple goal. What am I going to do tonight? What am I going to do tomorrow morning? What do I need to accomplish in the afternoon? So if you have these simple goals, then you're able to um, build that. I want to say, the serotonin, the good feel, the dopamine in your body. Like, yay, I accomplished something. Like making the bed. As simple as making the bed.
Yes, absolutely. It is. Well, for me, talking about beds, I mean,
Oh,
I, I'm pretty good at making my own bed, right? So, and I might not do it straight away, but it does get done. So I was a little bit lapsed. I'd never go for the whole day and not do my bed. It might not get done
mhm,
immediately when I get up from my bed or
mhm,
wake up and, which now it's changed a little bit because, as you know, my mum has been a little bit, well, she's been in rehab because she had a fall. So in the
Mhm.
last 3 months, I have had to assist her in everything. Not so much, she's getting better now.
Mhm.
From the time she woke up to get up, take her to the bathroom, take her back, showering, everything. But now, with rehab, she's a lot better, but she still doesn't do her bed. She can't kind of like move that fast and bend down
Mm.
because remember, she fell and she cracked her pelvis.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
in the beginning, my mum would say, my bed isn't done, because she's one of these people that gets up and the first thing they do, like dad gets out of bed, mum gets out of bed, and the first thing she does is she does the bed. She's like,
Mhm.
oh, the bed is done, right? And this is something I think, culturally, she's being brought up to do, from young. So
Mm.
I would say, I'll do it later. Well,
Mhm.
she would carry on and on in a lovely way,
About
not
about.
about not doing the bed or not doing it. Not seeing her bed done. Her bedroom is so untidy in this. So now
Mhm.
I do her bed immediately. Like she gets up out of bed, and of late I've been sleeping with her because my dad's in hospital. So we both get out of bed and she's off in the bathroom. So while she's in the bathroom, I come in, I zoom through doing the bed, because it's a traditional blankets and sheets. It's
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
day or deal,
Yeah.
and you kind of like shake it and it all lays out beautifully. So it's the traditional. And I've got it down to an art. I've got it down to 5 minutes flat. I got that bed done.
Mhm.
Lucy just watches me because she used to get up on the bed while I used to try and do the bed. And that was a,
Uh-huh.
but now she knows she's not she knows she can't get up because she just gets scolded to come back down. So
Uh-huh.
why I'm telling you this story is because I changed my behavior just like that. I chose to change my behavior just like that
Right.
because I couldn't handle hearing, not my voice,
Mhm.
her voice, as how important that was for her. So
Yeah.
rather than just, trying to justify that it's okay, there's no harm done if I do it now, or I do it in 10 minutes, or I do it in half an hour. Like that, what's going to happen? Is the world going to come down? No. But her internal representation was da,
Yes.
da, da, da. This bed has to be done because
It has to be done.
she just doesn't sit right with her. So for me, it was like, I've learned now, I've changed my behavior, which I think I will instill in my own, doing my own bed immediately. But then it felt good because I think I don't have to go back and do it later. So yes, there's many reasons why we do change our behaviors.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
procrastinating. It could be,
Yeah.
you've had enough of that procrastinating, or you realize that it's not serving you, or because you're avoiding, like for my case, was that repetition that was just, yeah, painful to hear.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That can't. Hmm. I wonder if, for those that do procrastinate and don't want to do something, I wonder if they have those voices as well. Not their voice, but somebody else's voice. You
Mm,
know, in like let's for example, writing a book. Oh, you're not a good writer, but
mm,
you have that desire to do it, but you have that voice, somebody else's voice, repeating and repeating, so you avoid it. You're like, oh, I'm not going to do it because they might be right. Or even starting their own business. Oh, nobody's going to buy anything from you. Nobody's you know
absolutely.
is are those voices coming? Makes you wonder what what are the reasons for procrastination or not doing something? Because you can't procrastinate if there's nothing to do, right?
Correct.
There's no there's no reason to procrastinate if there's nothing to do. But if there's something to do, but if there is that something that you want to get done or you need to get done, I wonder what those voices are. Hmm.
Mm.
It's a it's a hmm.
Hmm.
It's a
But
hmm.
I think, I believe that those voices can be, you know, past past voices that keep repeating back, little
Mm,
things
yeah.
like, you can't have dessert unless you finish all your vegetables and all your potatoes and eat everything off the
Right.
plate. Eat off everything off the plate and then you can have dessert. And
Yeah.
with you, we won't have dessert, or we feel like we've got to eat everything off the plate to then have dessert or to eat more.
Yeah. So those are the voices that has become a part of us, that we it instead of become if instead of mom's voice, it now becomes our voice. Mm.
Mm, something to think about and something to even
Ooh.
ask. Whose voice?
Right.
Whose voice is this? Just a simple
Yeah.
question like that. Is
Yeah.
this me? Oh,
Yeah.
for those that are visionaries, they'll often, see images. They may see an image of
Mm-hmm.
their parent, their mother, their father, brother, sister.
Mm.
Or they may, if they're auditory, they may hear that sound, they may hear that voice.
Right.
Or if you're kinesthetic, feel it, because when you're a child and you were told certain things, and if you're kinesthetic, you will feel it in certain parts of your body, and you will get that feeling even as an adult, exactly in the same place
Right.
you got it as a child.
Right. And
So,
even with not just procrastination, even with
mm,
impulsive behavior, it's the same thing. You know, being told, do it now. You're gonna do it now. So you're raised in that, and now you're an adult, and you're telling yourself, "Oh no, I need to do it now.
mm,
Oh no, we need to leave now." You know, you have an hour. Oh no, we need to leave now. Because you're so
or you need
used
to
to.
do it now. Don't think about it. Just do it. How about that one? Have you been told
Oh
that one?
yeah. Oh
Don't think
yes.
about it. Just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just do it. Yeah.
And I've even heard
Yes.
young people repeat things like, just do it, just like Nike, just do it.
Yeah. So those are some kind of things that we really need to be aware of, um, and I think that's the reason why I'm such a, I don't want to say a procrastinator. I don't procrastinate. I just internalize certain things. I analyze it. I'm an analyzer. I analyze a whole lot of stuff. Um, it's because I don't want to be impulsive, because I've seen impulsive and how it could be good in a small portion, but really bad. The experiences that I've seen, the effects that I've seen. Um, Only a small percentage was good of impulse, but the rest was always negative. And then the procrastination, I'm like, oh my God. I've seen, a whole bunch of that's a huge percentage that I've seen is negative. So I view procrastination as negative. Um, so that's why I internalize. I'm like, do I really need this? And if I have to think about it, I leave it. I put it back. Whatever it is, I put it back. And that's why it takes me a long time for me to buy clothes. It takes me a long time to buy anything for me.
Mm.
To yeah, it takes me a long time. I finally bought this, about 4 month ago, 2 months ago. Yeah. And that's been 2 years before I bought myself something.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Because oh, thank you. It's just a plain white t-shirt. I thought, oh,
Mhm.
but it's nice. But it's a quality white t-shirt, not one of those. But
Oh.
yeah, it takes me a long time. It takes me a long time to do something. I have to analyze certain things. And
So when you say you analyze, right, do you go into images or do you go into like an internal dialogue? Like, do you ask yourself,
internal,
do I you break it down? Do I need it? Do I want it? When am I going to use it? Where am I going to wear it? Am I going to wear it or am I just buying it because
yeah.
I feel like,
There's an internal dialogue that goes on. Not only that, not only do I need it, should I, wear it? Does it look good on me? Not only that, but also how it's going to affect my finances. You know, how much is this? Well, okay, can I afford it? Yeah, I can afford it, but do I need, you know, yeah, to go ahead and purchase this? So there's a lot that, I mean, but it's split second. It's
mm,
a split second dialogue that goes within my brain
mm,
that, do I need this? No, not really. It looks cute. It would be nice. Where would I wear it? How much does it cost? Oh, I do have this bill, that bill. Hmm, can I afford it? Yeah, I can. But then, okay, it's 5 minutes. I'm talking. Nope, put it back. But if I come back to it,
mm.
then I'll say, okay, is it worth it? And if there's another dialogue that goes on, yeah, then I'll go. But when I do decide, then I'll go ahead and buy it. Yeah. So it takes me a while to do stuff for me, to buy stuff for me. For others, I'm quick. I
Mm.
know what I'm gonna get. I know what I'm gonna yeah. Yes. But
Interesting.
for me, yeah, yeah, it takes me a long time. Like I
So
said,
can
it's
I
been
ask
2 years.
right, can I ask you when you bought the baby grand?
Oh, that was Jeff.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so we always wanted to have a baby grand. We've
Mhm.
always talked about it. We were gonna think about leasing, or because I really had the desire to play the piano. That was one of my, and we also wanted, because I had to learn the piano. So that was one of our decisions, that we were gonna get buy a baby grand, or lease one, or buy a used. We weren't gonna buy a brand new one, but we did.
But what, sorry? You
New, yeah,
a
but
new
we
one.
did. Yeah.
And what
Um,
what internal dialogue was going on there?
I was passing out internally. I was, hyperventilating. Yeah, oof, that was, yeah. But it was but then my internal dialogue was, okay, if we do buy this, it is an asset. I mean, it is a investment,
Mm,
because actually they don't depreciate. They don't. So,
that's great.
especially if it has a name, a name that is known.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't. So it becomes like, okay, yeah. It's almost like buying real estate. It's buying jewelry. that has value. So
Mm.
yeah.
That's interesting. So you're better off buying a piano than buying a car. Because cars depreciate.
True.
The minute you drive it out of the showroom, it depreciates
Yes.
immediately,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Interesting. Interesting. So
Hmm.
impulsiveness. So
Hmm.
you're very much not impulsive. You have this whole internal dialogue and breaking it down and having a great conversation with yourself, and
Yes.
yeah, which is good. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that
Yeah.
that
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. People that are impulsive actually call me and ask me, "Should I get this?" Well, let's talk about it.
the way I would with my
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Do you need it? Well, no. Okay, so you want it. Okay.
Okay.
So, what how will it serve you?
Mm.
Like, huh. What and how many times would you be able to use it? So, yeah. So that's the questions that I ask. How many times are you going to use it? And how much is it? What?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So those are questions. Those are questions that I have, inside. So as a procrastinator, I don't really. The only time that I would probably procrastinate um, is when I don't want to face or like going to a party. I will procrastinate.
You don't like parties. No.
I'm known to be fashionably late.
Uh, but there, you're procrastinating to get there.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm like, and Jeff, oh my gosh, he is such a
On time.
on time. We should have been gone already. I'm like,
I'm not
yeah,
ready yet.
yeah. I gotta do my hair. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. So is Jeff obviously not a procrastinator or
Oh God, no.
no?
He's the let's get it done now. I'm
Mm,
like, what is the rush?
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a nice blend, really, isn't it? Between the two of
Yeah.
you. Because you
Yes.
bring balance. You kind of you ask him questions or say things that will help him reflect. And
Yes.
he
And
kind of,
he pushes me.
yeah, to get things done a little bit faster than what you
Or to go places to get ready.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's perfect. I think that's a great blend. A great blend. So, procrastinating and being impulsive. There's no right or wrong. They just are, aren't they?
No, yeah. Yeah. I
And
just need to be aware of um, what is how is procrastination or impulsiveness, um, is it a barrier? Has
mm,
it become a barrier to your life, to what you need to accomplish? Is it a barrier? If it is, then you really need to really think about it and be aware and try to, you know, take on some things that can help you not
mm,
procrastinate and help you not be impulsive. But if it's not a barrier, there's nothing wrong with it. That's my take.
mm,
You know.
yeah. So, what would be your three, I guess, takeaways or points to help people with procrastination and being impulsive, because we need a balance, because not everyone's impulsive and not everyone's a procrastinator out there.
Right, right.
What are
So
three?
to the procrastinator, the three that I would, give kind of a suggestion. One is to make a realistic goal, a quick one, because if you're able to, like the bed, make the bed,
Mm,
get up in the morning and make it a goal to make up your bed before you leave the bedroom.
mm,
It doesn't have to be right away, but it's just before you leave the bedroom, make up
mm.
your bed. Just that simple goal. And take your laundry with you.
Take
you
your
know,
life with you, yeah, out of the room.
yeah. As you go out, take your laundry with you and put it in the laundry room. Just this is just those small goals. Write those small goals. And as you make it a habit, then it becomes spontaneous. You don't need, it's no longer an issue anymore.
Mm,
Um, a second one is um, write down what you're feeling when you're procrastinating on whatever whatever it is whatever it is that you're procrastinating about. Write your feelings. What is the feeling? What is the emotion behind it? Are you fearful? Are you having anxiety? Are you intimidated by it? So there's those emotions. um, write the emotion down and then ask yourself, why is this emotion rising up? Is it because of past relationship, because of childhood trauma that mom and dad might have put you through, or siblings or family that might have put you through? So write down those, just be aware of it. The third thing that I would suggest for procrastinators is to really, um, uh, you know, take charge of, because the thing or whatever the task is taking control over you, because it's making you not do something. So it has control over you. So what I would say is take in charge. Tell yourself, hey, I'm just going to do it. Take charge. So those are the three things for a procrastinator. For those that are impulsive, I would say basically the same thing. One, ask yourself questions. Do I really need to do this right now? Do I really need to make a decision? Um, you know, what are the benefits? What are the pros? What are the cons? Ask those questions. The second thing is, what is it about the impulsiveness, or what is it about you making that quick decision? Where did it come from? Ask yourself. Is it a past trauma? you know like what we were talking about earlier. You were told, oh, just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. So once you are aware of that, because it could be subconscious,
mm,
and then be aware of that, and then look back, and then talk about it, with a girlfriend or anyone that can help you through it. Or if you can help yourself through it, I highly suggest go to somebody, professional. And then the third one would be, um gosh, what would be a third one, Stefania?
I
um
Well, if we want to do it together, like I want to help you with this one, because I think this is
yeah,
me with my impulsiveness, is
yes.
practicing mindfulness in the form of meditation for me,
Mm,
relaxing me, because impulsiveness is, that hypersensitivity. You're just
hmm.
running on adrenals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So for me,
Breathe.
breathe, yeah.
Breathe.
So for me, it's
Yeah.
been meditation, but for some that can't come to terms with, "Oh, I can't sit long enough," just breathe. And it's not about how long you sit down for and breathe. It can be even 2 minutes, 3 minutes. For me, how I started was just putting my feet in the grass and just being present in my body and breathing.
Mhm.
That just grounded me, and being mindful of your breath, and that calms you right down. So you are not acting impulsively. You're more
Yeah.
mindful. That brings your physiology down, because when you're
Mhm.
impulsive, your whole physiology also is bouncing around. Well, for me anyway.
Yeah. 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 When you have that impulse, feeling that I got to do this, count
So
slow.
that's the one, counting.
Yeah. Count slow. 10. Do I really need to do this? 9. Is it really important? 8. Can it wait? you know 7. Is this priority over whatever it is? 6. Start asking questions as you count down, and
Mm,
that way you'll be able to you know not you know uh, we have suggestions and we always give great advice, don't we? But we never do them ourselves. It's easier said than done, but do try. You know,
yes.
it just try. Like what you said, grounding, waiting, just before you jump in to do something. Impulsively.
Mm,
Just count down. Yeah, just breathe.
mm,
Yeah, those are suggestions that'll help. Tools that'll help the impulsiveness and the procrastination.
definitely. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah. One thing that I do with procrastinators, um, I remember I was talking to one of my friends that was a compulsive procrastinator. I told her, why don't you make a list as to what would um, what would be the downfall if you don't do this? So make it hard for you to make a list to make it hard for you to if you don't do it, these are the consequences. So if there's consequences that you make a list of, then you'll do it, because consequences is a motivator, isn't it?
Absolutely. It can definitely motivate you to
Yeah.
forge forward. And if I can
Hmm.
just add a few more to those,
Yeah.
I feel that really helps with the procrastination, and that is being um, having help with possibly asking someone to help you hold you accountable. So
Hmm.
if you're struggling to do it on your own, there's nothing wrong with, you know, asking
Yeah.
someone that's very close to you and saying, "Look, I'm really struggling with this, and I'm finding that I'm always putting it off, and I'd really like you to help me. Can you hold me accountable?" And
Yeah.
really, it depends how serious you are. You can even go as far as writing up like a mini contract. Because, when we put pen to paper and we sign it, there's something in our neuro pathways that makes us, you know, commit or stick to it. It's like,
Hmm.
this is a commitment. And
Yeah.
be open with that person to say, kick my butt if you have to, or just really don't hold back. But that, hey, remember what we agreed on, or what you agreed on.
Hmm.
I'm here to
Hmm.
let you know. Yeah, I think that helps. I know I've done that in the past. And
Yeah.
if you have a very close friend or partner that you're not going to take whatever they're going to say critically as well, because they're going to be open and honest, and you're going to be prepared for that as well, because
Hmm.
that's the whole idea of having someone hold you accountable.
Right. 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 That is so true because when you have someone that you trust, you know, you can tell them, "Hey, I'm either a procrastinator or I'm very impulsive." Before you do something, before you think about doing something, call that person that can help hold you accountable to ask those questions. That's why I have um, a friend who calls me that's very impulsive, very impulsive. What do I do? What is it? First, tell me about it. How important is it? Do you really need to do this? Is this something that is going to make you a better person? Make you think that you're very, because this person that is very impulsive, they um, they self-sabotage
Mm,
because they'll do something that is detriment to their character.
mm.
And yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah.
which leads me to say also the next point with that is don't be, you know, don't beat yourself up.
Right.
Really don't put yourself down for procrastinating because you may even know that, oh my God, I did it again. I'm putting it off again. So you beat yourself up. You criticize yourself. You say horrible things to yourself. Or we say horrible things to ourselves. So even a slight shift, you may have not done it, you may have not been successful, but you can just remind yourself, I am improving, I am
Mm-hmm.
developing,
Mm-hmm.
I am getting better.
Right.
So that's just reminding yourself.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes, yes, I saw that too. No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever that is. So, yeah, so I think that's really important. Critical self-talk. Um, is just a no. Really catch yourself, be
Mm-hmm.
mindful of that. Just let yourself know, just allow yourself to say, well, hey, I am getting better. I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better every day.
Yeah, yeah. Just small steps, small baby steps. That's all it is. In everything that we do, in everything that we want to accomplish. Small steps. That's all it is. And to
Yes.
have a person that you will hold you accountable, that's even better.
Mm. So grab hold of someone that you can trust and hold you accountable. So I think the other ones you kind of recapped on what I said, and then with impulsiveness was keeping it, being mindful, and the other
Hmm.
one I would say is try and look at what's happening with third person removed. Like look at it
Hmm.
as if you are watching a movie. Take
Hmm.
yourself out of
Hmm.
it and
Hmm.
watch yourself as if you're
Right.
watching what's actually going on. So when you're, taking yourself out of it and watching and looking into the picture, the situation, you're not as attached. You're a bit more
Hmm.
dissociated, and with that dissociation, you're able to be less impulsive. You're going into a little bit more like
Right.
Zanetta, audio digital, doing
Hmm.
yourself internal dialogue and breaking it down rather than
Right.
impulsive
Right.
impulsive reactions.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, this has been quite interesting, hasn't it?
Hmm.
Yes, it's been very, very interesting. And I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing less procrastination and less impulsivity or impulsive action. I'm going to be less of a cocktail. I'm going to be more balanced,
Yes. Yeah.
more
Yes.
balanced.
More balance, and it takes practice to get in the middle, to
Hmm.
be well balanced.
Hmm.
Are there going to be days when you're going to procrastinate? Of course, give yourself some slack. Are there
Hmm.
days that you're going to be impulsive? Of course, give yourself some slack. You know,
Mm.
give yourself room to make mistakes, and it's okay. It's okay to make, to relapse. In other words, it's okay. Just get back and do it over again. Yeah, that's it.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's all it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, to wrap it up, we've got our
Hmm.
3 pointers. Anyone out there feel that they are struggling with procrastination or being impulsive, let us know. Share how
Hmm.
you feel. Are we just feeling
Yeah.
this all on our own, or are you out there as well feeling our same struggles?
Yep.
Because
And
we're all doing
procrastinating and answering.
it. So don't procrastinate to answer. It's okay. We're all doing the same thing, and
Hmm.
not wanting to do it and struggling on how to, I guess, handle it. But what I would say is take note of it, because if it's I was going to say unattended or not dealt with, it can progress into some more serious, um,
Yes.
uncomfortable
Behaviors.
behaviors and
Yeah.
situations that we don't want to fall
Yeah.
into, without using
Yeah.
the big word, the
Hmm.
depression, or mental illness and everything like that, because they're all, it's just a component of, there's other things that go in with that. But if it's not dealt with and you're not got the right tools around how to handle it, because it's just knowing, some tools to help you get out of that state, because that's all it is. It's a
Right.
state, and we can
Yeah.
choose to get out of that state very easily, because like we choose to, you know brush our teeth, shower every day, or whatever we're choosing. It's a state. We can
Hmm.
change our
Hmm.
state,
Yeah.
change
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
that.
Because brushing our teeth is a habit.
Mm,
We do it automatically when you get up and before you go to bed.
mhm.
So you don't think about it, you just do it. So it becomes a habit. And it's the same thing with the things that we procrastinate about. You just do it every day, little bit at a time, until it becomes a habit.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So check your habits out. What are you thinking? Because your thoughts become your reality. You
Mm,
are constantly, we are constantly creating as we think. As a man thinketh,
so is he.
so is
So
he.
is he.
That's a
Hmm.
Bible verse, isn't it? As a man
Yes.
thinketh, so is he. So simply put, in modern day language, you are the
What
creation
you think.
of your thoughts. Yes. Well,
Yes.
yeah, very, very simple. And it's so simple, but yet it just baffles us because it's so
Yes.
simple. That's what, simplicity.
Easier than done. Easier said than done. Yep, it's easy to say, but a little bit more effort to get it done.
Yes, yes. Okay, Zanetta. So any other thing else? Anything else or any other announcements? I know you have an announcement. We want to announce uh, that fundraising that you are helping out.
Yes,
The
yes. The You Belong Foundation. So, for those of you that really want to help in the community of the the special needs community, we are asking for your donation, and for any kind of amount, we would love for um, the um, the help for the Page Awards. It's November the 6th. So if you cannot go physically to Chicago on November the 6th, please send a donation, or, sponsor someone, or, donate and go live. I think I'm gonna make sure that it's gonna be streamed. for those that buy tickets, and for those that would want to go personally and experience the great. Um, I mean, this is a great way to show how the special needs community really um, are geniuses, because
Mm.
they are going to all of them that are performers are special needs, and the recipients of the award are special needs as well. So and
Mhm.
have an impact, those that make an impact in the special needs community. So it's amazing. It's an amazing foundation. You can go to the You Belong Foundation,
Mhm.
the youbelong.org on the website, and you can actually donate. So I'll be posting, and and hopefully we can reach our goal. So
Yes, easily. So it doesn't matter
yes,
how much. It's not about the
no,
amount. It's about helping
no,
out, working as a community,
yes,
coming together, and helping those that need it, are in need.
yeah, and it is a 501(c)(3), so it is tax deductible.
Yes, there you go. Easy. Too easy, isn't it?
Too easy.
Too.
Too easy.
Okay, so you're going to leave a link down below after the
Yes,
recording, after the live completes, finishes, and that way you
yes,
can just click on the link and be generous.
yes. Be generous.
Be generous. All right. So we come to an end of our talk
Yes.
show. Fun, fresh Fridays. Let's work on those skills and tools of um, less procrastination, less impulsive actions. Come to a nice blend so we have a nice balance and
Hmm.
you know get motivated. So the opposite of procrastination is to be motivated, right? And
Yes.
the opposite of impulse is working towards being more calm and relaxed and mindful of the
Hmm.
actions that you take and decisions you make. So yeah, I think I like that. Let's have a to and from.
Yes.
From procrastination to motivation, and then from
Yes.
impulsive to mindfulness. Yes, I
That
like
is wonderful.
it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Zanetta. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Stefania.
Thank you for joining in. And for those that are watching on the replay, please let us know. We thank you for taking the time to listen to us and joining in. Your thoughts are always welcomed. There's no right or wrong. We just appreciate you
Yes. Yes. Always.
always. Okay. And as always, we send you, Sonetta. I'll let you say it.
Love and passion.
Yeah,
We send you love, we send you passion.
that's it.
And until next time,
Next time. Bye for now.
bye for
Mwah.
now.